Welcome to Cooking on a Budget. Today we're going to show you how to make this delicious bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast braid. The ingredients that you will need is 1 can of crescent roll dough, 6 eggs, a half a pound of bacon, 2 tablespoons of milk, some shredded cheese, about a cup, and everything but the bagel seasoning. You're going to start by preheating your oven to 350 degrees. While the oven's heating up, you're going to place a baking sheet out with a piece of parchment paper on top. You're going to lay out your bacon one strip at a time, and I like to roll it because it saves room on your cooking sheets. You're going to put the bacon in the oven and cook it to your likeness. I cook it for about 25 minutes. Then you're going to take your eggs and crack them in a bowl, crack 5 of them into the bowl, and you're going to save the 6th egg for the top of the breakfast braid. Once you have all 5 eggs cracked in the bowl, you're going to whisk them. You can use a whisk or a fork. And I like to add a little splash of milk because I think it makes the eggs a little fluffier, but that's an optional step. Then you're going to take your pan and add some butter or oil. I prefer butter, but do what you like. You're going to heat the pan up, and once the butter or oil is warmed up in the pan, you're going to dump your eggs in and scramble them. On a clean baking sheet, you're going to add a piece of parchment paper, and then you are going to take your crescent roll dough, open it up, and lay it out on the parchment paper, and you're going to press all of the creases together so it's one solid sheet of dough. I flip my dough over after I press the one side just to make sure that all of the creases are really together, but you don't have to do that. Then you take your eggs and you lay them down the center of the dough. Next, take about a half a pound of bacon, or however much you like, and you're going to chop that into little bite-sized pieces. And then you're going to sprinkle that on top of the eggs. Now you're going to take your sharp cheddar, or if you prefer medium cheddar or mild cheddar, go with that. And you're going to shred it right on over your eggs and bacon. I did about a cup here. We like lots of cheese, but however much you'd like. And then you're going to take a knife and you're going to cut each side of the crescent dough into 8 little pieces. And then you're going to use those pieces to create a crisscross pattern across the top of the dough. All right, now you're going to start at one end and you're just going to lift them up and kind of set them together so they cover the egg and bacon and cheese mixture, and it'll create a crisscross pattern on the top. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now you're going to take a bowl and crack your 6th egg in it and scramble that. And then you're going to take this egg wash and just brush it across the top of your braid. If you don't have one of these fancy little brushes, you could totally just use a tablespoon and just pour a tiny little bit of the egg wash on the top and kind of smooth it around with the back of a spoon. This is going to help the braid to get nice golden brown. And then you're going to take some everything but the bagel seasoning and shake it on top. Then you will pop it in the oven at 375 for about 12 minutes. If you cut this delicious breakfast braid into 5 pieces, you'll get 5 servings at 550 calories apiece. Yum! Come back next time for another great meal idea on the cheap. Cooking on a budget!